want Victory Monday. Only one way to get that. Let's see some hustle out there. We got a big game on Sunday. In this week, but today was a great practice. And this coaching staff is loving it. You guys consistently do that, and I see a lot of victories in our future. Fellas, I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it. Championship teams have one thing in common: great practice habits. Today was a great practice, and if we do that every day, there's no reason we can't win a championship.
And Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club at early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains. The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards.
Unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. He's got time. He's going to float this over the... And that's caught inside the 35. A big play here for Buffalo. 47 yards.
I know they had good coverage downfield, but you have to wonder, on 3rd and long like that, how does that happen, that they can get that far downfield and complete a pass? You got to guard the sticks, understand where you are, so it's almost like someone fell asleep at the switch, and now that the play's been completed.
Up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Their dangerous wide receiver, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills are in for 6. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal.
The action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
These offensive guys can move around. Sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half. For his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver. Football just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
This will be caught inside the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their...
You could have kicked that one, too.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting...
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards.
Play. Keep attacking. Sometimes a draw play develops slowly, and that allows it.
And he fights his way into the end zone for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter.
And touchdown and congratulations and zero relaxation ahead of them, right? Way too much time on the clock for them to start celebrating.
Yeah, part one is done, but now on the sideline, you can already see them scrambling down there. They're getting those defensive guys ready.
Yes, you have to get those guys ready, and you also have to talk to your special team situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They're going to be in the hurry up. Back to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. Wow. So many practices we watched over time where the offense works on scoring late in the game and finding a way to win, as we just saw there.
Just saw it right there. Now can they preserve that advantage that they just got?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. They get 25 yards out of that one, and it'll give the Bills a first down.
Now, those are the ones that hurt defensively. You do everything right. Excellent pressure, good coverage downfield, and then he slips out the back door and turns it into a nice gain. Going out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And 15 yards there on the catch and run. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Yeah, I know only one of them counts, but this one looks like it's going to lead to a victory. I know we're not supposed to count anyone out, but with that little bit of time left on the clock, it'd take almost a miracle for them to lose this one.
It would, and this is going to sound cliche. It's been such a great game. You just hate to see one side lose, but hey. And for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
And it's just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got here and we saw a game, the first game of the year. Let's keep going.
So for the Bills, they start the season with a great win on the road here in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. That'll... All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Austin Bats and the Buffalo Bills. Hello, everybody. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. Good use of the pass there to pick up the first down against a defensive look that they had specifically prepared for, they told us, coming into this one.
Certainly seems like they're holding all the right cards now, doesn't it? Because of their preparation. Went back, watched the tape, studied the...
And they'll go on the ground. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
That was a good explosive run right there, and it brings up an interesting little dilemma.
Defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do. It was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
Here we go!
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock. So some road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So that'll do it.
Didn't like what we saw. You all know it wasn't good enough. So let's make up for that today and have a great one. I know you got it in you. So let me see that greatness come out on the field, all right? Let's do it. Hey, you know what, man? That was pretty dang good. And you know what's really scary? It gets me even more excited. We're only scratching the surface of our potential. This team has so much talent. So just keep pushing, and we're going to get to that next level.
Well, Larry, there's a new stadium set to open in Inglewood in 2019, but for now, we're in the heart of the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Rams team as they enter play. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that, the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills have taken the early lead. Well, that's how they envisioned it, get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against eventually. The first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage. The well-executed slant routes are based on timing, and that one was hit just right. Ball out of these passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got it.
And that is caught. touchdown, Buffalo. Their dangerous wide receiver, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Bills will extend their lead. The fly route works for the TD Graham.
And you know what the receivers love to say? If we get even with the defender, we're leaving. And that's exactly what he did, all the way into the end zone. And then he was on the business end catching it once he got over the stripe.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Bills taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now it's a quarterback third and long. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about
that groove here this go around? They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. And quite the turnaround here. These numbers tell the story. Game to National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Buffalo, they get back in the win column as they move to fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. So that'll...